So you're trying to start selling digital products. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be showing you step by step how to create your own branded store and how to start selling your first digital product the right way. I'm gonna walk you through the full process of setting up your own branded store. I'm also gonna show you all the things that you need to create and package your digital product like a pro. Plus, if you stick around to the very end of the video, I'm going to show you 2 surefire ways to drive traffic to your store so that you can get more sales to your digital products. Figuring out how to sell digital products has completely changed my life and taken me from being just another digital creator struggling to pay my bills to making well over 6 figures online passively. And I want to show you how you can do the same thing. Follow along with these 5 simple steps and let's launch your first digital product together. All right, so step 1 is product preparation. Now, at this point, I imagine you already have your digital product created or at least have a good idea of what you're going to create. Now, this product is generally going to be something that you're either using personally yourself as a digital creator or something that you know solves a problem for a specific group of people. For this example in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I would package my digital product, which is an ebook for how to make your first $1,000 of passive income online. This is an ebook that I've already created in the past using a software called Designrr, which is a super easy to use design tool that actually helps you develop different ebooks using a wide plethora of templates to where you can easily just click and drag, switch out some pictures, and add all the text for your ebook, and Designrr will go through and make it all look great for you and actually give you a PDF version or a fully animated flip-through ebook, which is pretty awesome. If you want to see a full tutorial of how I made my ebook using Designrr, drop a comment down below. Now, you can also use free tools like Canva or other design tools like Photoshop or InDesign or whatever you're most comfortable with to make your actual product. For me, you can see I have my ebook here exported as a PDF file, so I'm able to actually go through and look at my ebook at a quick glance, but now I have the actual file ready to upload to our digital product store. So now we just need to gather all the other assets that we need to actually get our digital product listed. So the 3 things that we need are going to be the actual physical file that you're going to be selling. You're going to need product images. And the last thing you're going to need is an actual title for your product. So you can see here, I have my PDF file for the book, as well as I have some product images here where I have a flat image of the cover of my ebook here, which just says the title of my product, as well as gives a little bit more information about what you're going to learn in this ebook. And then I also went through and created some mock-up images. So this is a PNG with a transparent background of a book-looking product with my cover on the front there. And this is a version that is JPEG with a white background here. So just giving me a couple options. Now, I created this mock-up really quickly using Photoshop, but again, you can also do this with free tools like Canva. So you can easily take your flat image product photo right here and apply it to a real product photo mock-up like this, which just, again, gives it a more high-end appearance and makes your digital product look a little bit better and stand out from the crowd. So once you have all of your file assets prepared and ready to move into the next step, we can go on to step number 2, which is going to be setting up your store. Now, when it comes to uploading digital products online, you have 2 major options. You have digital marketplaces and you have your own branded stores. Digital marketplaces are going to be things like Etsy or Gumroad. Marketplaces are cool because they can be a place to find inspiration for what kind of products to make, to actually get some research behind what products are selling well as a gathered audience of people who are looking to buy these products. So when you upload your product, you can actually get sales a lot quicker than having no traffic to your website whatsoever. There is a problem with marketplaces though, and that's why I'm wanting to show you how to build your own branded store in this video. Some of the biggest issues with marketplaces for selling digital products are, well, first off, they take a big commission for every sale that you get. So every time you make a sale, they're going to take a cut from your profits. You also don't have full access to your customers. So once someone's purchased from you, you don't have access to their email address to market to them later or get in contact with them anywhere outside of your digital marketplace. So that means you don't have actual control over your customers. The marketplace that you uploaded your product to owns your customers. Your marketplace also owns your product, and for whatever reason, if they wanted to just take it down or unlist it, they could totally do that. They have full control over your brand and your products. They don't own your products, obviously, but they do own the right to be able to do whatever they want on their marketplace. You also have very little customization options when it comes to making a marketplace shop like this. You'll see that you can upload product images and different things to make your profile look a little unique, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty generic and bland and blend in with everybody else's profile. When you have your own branded shop, you can fully customize things from the ground up and make things look as fancy as you want for your unique brand. Having a brand presence is really important, and once you have a big brand presence and an audience is following you for your products, well, at that point, you're gonna really wish you had a fully branded store set up. So you might as well get one set up from the beginning and do this the right way. So that's why I'm gonna be showing you how to set up your own branded store in this video. Now, there's a lot of different options when it comes to building your own branded stores, but in my opinion, Shopify is one of the best options. Shopify is a huge digital e-commerce platform for selling all types of different products, and most people think it's only for physical products, but you can actually sell digital products on there as well. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. So to get started, all you have to do is head over to shopify.com or click the first link that's down in the description below, and it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Here, you actually can get signed up for only $1 per month for the first 3 months. So it's actually a sweet deal. You can see you get the first 3 days completely for free to try it out. And then after those 3 days, you're only charged $1 per month for the first 3 months while you're trying out Shopify, just to make sure this is the right fit. And then from there, it's about $30 or $39 per month to continue this. But by then, you should be making sales if you follow all the tactics in this video. So all you have to do to get started is go ahead and just enter your email address here, and this is going to be the email address that you're going to use to log in and access your account. So go ahead and enter an email address that you want to associate with your business. From here, you just got to go through the sign up process, and this is just going to ask you a few questions just to get to know what your needs are with Shopify. You can actually skip all this if you don't want to do this, or you can go through and answer these questions. All right, now you can see it's asking what do we plan to sell first, so we can go ahead and list whatever products we want to sell. In our case, we're going to do digital products and click next. Now this is going to ask where our business is located, so you can go ahead and select your country. I'll do United States. Now you can go ahead and create your Shopify account, so if you're brand new here, you can go ahead and sign up, or if you already have an account, you can log in, and you can go ahead and just let this do its thing. It's going and setting up your account and building your store. All right, and here we are. We're already inside of the back end of Shopify. You can see right here, right on the front screen, it's going to go ahead and give you a setup guide. So this gives you 5 steps that you can run through so that you can actually get your store set up and ready to go. But that's exactly what I'm going to walk you through right now. Now, if you remember in the beginning, we selected digital products. So it already knows that we want to sell digital products. So it's recommending that we download the appropriate apps that we need in order to sell digital products with Shopify. So just go ahead and click this button here. And we're going to go ahead and add this plugin called Digital Downloads. Now it's just going to ask if you want to install the app, and just click right here. All right, cool. So now we have Digital Downloads, the app downloaded here onto our Shopify store. Let's go back to the home page of Shopify real quick. Up here in the top left corner, click Home. Now you can see on our setup guide, we've done steps 1 of 5. That's actually all I want to do inside of here. I'm going to show you how to run through and do each of these steps manually so that you know how to find all this stuff in the future. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this by clicking right here. And let me show you the back end of Shopify. So over here on the left-hand side, this is where you're going to access everything inside of your store. So you have your orders, all your products, all your customers' information, any content that you upload to your website as far as product images or images that you actually are going to use on the website. You have your finances tab, and here's where you can see a quick glance of all of the financial stuff from your store as far as earnings and different profit margins, things like that. You have your analytics tab where you can see a much more detailed view of all of the different analytics from your store. Anything from total sales to online store sessions to top selling products, you name it. For now, since this is a blank store, there's not going to be much data here, but as you start to get traffic and sales on your store, this will start to populate. You also have a marketing tab where you can literally run advertisements and handle all of your campaigns for marketing all from Shopify without having to go anywhere else. Now, I don't necessarily recommend only doing your marketing from here, but it's great that you have the ability to connect all these different marketing platforms and actually do your advertising right from here. And the last tab over here is the discounts tab, and this is where we can create any discounts like 10% off or a site-wide store sale. Anytime you want to make a discount code or anything like that, you're going to do that over here in the discounts tab. Now let's go back over to the home page. To get the rest of our store set up, let's go down here to settings. So here's where you'll find all of the rest of the settings that you need to access for your store. To start out, you can make sure that you have your profile set up here where you can edit your store name. So I'm going to call mine Josh Butcher Online. Scrolling down, you can go ahead and select your currency for the store. I'm going to use US dollars. Here you can also select your time zone and any other information that you need right here. So let's go ahead and hit save. So the next thing on the list is the plan. So here's where we actually can select our payment plan for paying for our Shopify store. So for now, you have your 3-day trial, and then you're going to have your 3 months for $1. But you're going to want to still choose a plan and decide whether you want to do basic, Shopify, or advanced. And to start out, I always would recommend just doing the basic plan here. Now again, you're going to get the first 3 months for $1, so it's going to show you that here. After that, it's going to be starting at $29. So let's go ahead and hit choose basic. So then you can just enter your credit card information and go ahead and get signed up by hitting subscribe here. And you can see it's showing you today, it's going to be a free trial. Then on December 2nd, you'll be charged $1. And then on March 1st, after the 3 months is over, you'll get charged the full amount of the $39 per month, which by then you should be making a decent amount of sales already if you follow all the steps in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my credit card information and I'll be right back. All right, now that you've signed up, you can go ahead and enter your business information here. So if you want to add your business address and all that information, go ahead and do that here, or you can add that later. I'm going to go ahead and click add later. All right, now let's go back down to settings. Now, let's go ahead and set up our payment methods, but before we do this, let's open up a new tab and open your email to make sure you verified your email account that Shopify just sent you. You'll see an email that says confirm your email address. Just go ahead and click that right here. Once you see that your email has been verified, then we can go back to the Shopify payments here. We want to make sure we can receive payments on our website so that we can actually get paid, right? So here's where we activate Shopify payments, or you can connect a PayPal account to collect payments. I'm going to go ahead and hit activate Shopify payments. And here, to add your actual payment information, you're going to need to enter in your address for your store. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in my personal information here, and I'll be right back. All right, and so now they're going to need a bit more details about your business, which is just trying to figure out your address and what kind of products you want to sell. You can see a lot of these things are optional, but go ahead and fill out all the information that's important to you, and then we'll move on to the next step. Now it's going to ask you to turn on two-step authentication. Again, this is all just because we're setting up a new payment method, and so it needs all of this stuff just to make sure that we're getting secure payments. Now, once you've set up Shopify payments and gone through all that verification process, you'll now be able to add your bank account where you'll actually be able to receive your payments. Now, I'll let you do that process on your own in adding your bank account, but this is how you're going to actually get money sent directly into your bank. Now, those are the two most important settings, is selecting your plan and getting your payment set up. Once you have your plan selected and your payment method set up, now you're ready to receive money and you can actually start driving traffic to your site. But the last thing I want to show you in here is the domains tab here. And this is where we can actually get a custom domain for our store. As you can see right now, our store name is just something very ugly and not pretty. So if we wanted to buy a new domain, something like joshbutcheronline.com or something like that, here's where you can do that. You can also connect an existing domain if you already own one, but if you want to buy a new one, you can just click buy new domain and it'll have you search for a domain name here. All right, so now that we've got all the payment stuff set up, let's go out of the settings here and let's go over here to the online store. And you can see now you have a couple of more options here. I'm going to click preferences here. Now here is where you can actually enter in the title and metadata of your actual website. So this is going to be your main homepage title. So I'm going to call this Josh Butcher Online and maybe do one of those and say store. You can put whatever you want here. This is what's going to show up actually on Google search and anywhere that you actually see your website displayed. When you go over here and search for Nike, for instance, you can see their main title is Nike, period, just do it, period, Nike.com. So you can do the same type of thing here. This is where you're going to enter that information. And then the meta description is actually what you see below that. So this description down here is what you're going to see right here. Cool. And then the social sharing image, this is the image that you're actually going to have show up whenever you share something on social media, for instance, like on Facebook, or if you share a link with a friend, this would be the image that will show up. So I can go ahead and add an image here. And I'm just going to go ahead and select this image here. This is just an image that I used to create my ebook and that I'm going to be using to build this website. And here you can put your Google Analytics and your Facebook pixel. This is all tracking information for Facebook ads or Google ads. If you want to actually run tracking to collect data for marketing, that's where you'll enter that. All right, so the last thing I want to show you on this page is super important, and it's this password protection down here. This is what's going to actually prevent people from getting to your website. So if someone tried to go to your site right now, so this is what your visitors are going to see is opening soon, be the first to know when we launch. They can enter their email address here and it'll let them know when the store is live. But then in order to get into the store, they're going to have to enter a password, which is this password here. So if you want to protect your page and keep it under wraps where it's under construction or something like that, you can leave a message here saying site coming soon. and then have a password protection, something that you can remember. Let me in. Something like that, you know. This is so that you can get into your site if you needed to view it real quick to show somebody. But if you're wanting to make this thing live, you're going to want to uncheck this box, which means when somebody goes to the link that you have, either your domain name or the link that you can see here when you go to settings, right here, this link underneath your name in the settings, this is your current domain name for your website. So if you want your domain name to look better than this is why you would select to buy a full domain name. But here you can see this is what people will be seeing if people go to your website right now, is this password protection page. So to make sure they actually see your website, you want to uncheck that box right here to restrict access with password. If you want to keep it checked until it's live, while you're building it still, totally fine. Just remember this is where you uncheck it, is in your online store, preferences, under the password protection here. Uncheck that, click save. Now your website can be live and people can actually view it. So if you click to view store, now people can actually see your website, which this is what it currently looks like. And I'm going to show you how to completely change that in just a second. All right, so now that we have our store set up, we can move into step number 3, which is actually creating your first product. Now with Shopify, they make this super easy and they actually give you a lot of really great options for customizing and selling your product. So let me show you how to create a new product. So in order to do that, just jump over here to the products tab. Now, if you want to add a first product, all you have to do is click this add product button and it's going to let you create your first product. But before we add your first product, I want to explain real quick what collections are. Collections are going to be basically categories of products. So if you want, you can have different categories, things like ebooks or templates separated by collections. This way people can view individual collections of multiple products that are grouped together. So I'm going to click right up here and click create collection. And maybe I want to create one called templates. Well, let's see, Notion templates. So under here, under collection type, we're going to go ahead and select manual. This is just saying that I want to manually add products to this collection. So once we have that, you can add an image for this collection if you want. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and click save. Let's go back here by clicking this little back arrow. And now let's create one more collection. And I'll call this ebooks/guides. And again, I'll select manual under the collection type and we'll click save. Let's go back one more time. And now you can see we have 3 collections, ebooks and guides, Notion templates, and this homepage collection, which we technically don't need. So I'm actually going to click inside of here, go down here and click delete collection and delete it. We just don't need that. So now that I have these 2 collections, again, this is totally optional. If you don't have multiple products and you just have one for now, you don't necessarily need collections. Just wanted to show you that's how you do that in case you want to organize things. So now we can click back over here just to the regular products tab, and let's go ahead and add our first product. Cool. So here we are inside of the add product page. Now here you're able to add the title of the product, a little description about your product, any media. So this would be any product photos that you have. You're going to have pricing information and inventory, right? So let's go through all of these one at a time. I'm going to be creating this product for my ebook, which is called the 1K Passive Income Formula. We'll do ebook. And in the description here, this is where I can enter some information about my product. So this is where I'm going to want to put benefits of the product that will get the customer interested and wanting to purchase. So I already have something prepped here. I'm going to go ahead and just paste that in. You can see here you can add different formatting options. So here's why you need this guide. Let's make this like a heading 2. And then we have a couple bullet points right below that, which is kind of cool, just showing exactly what they're going to get when they get this ebook, right? So here's why you need this guide and a couple of bullet points. Now let's actually add some media for this product, right? So this is the product image. I'm going to go ahead and click upload new. And I'm going to select my product images that I showed you earlier when I was showing you the product assets we were collecting. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the product image on the background like this. And I can also upload the flat image as well. So I have 2 images here. Let's click open. Cool. So now we can see our ebook right here and we can see the other image too. So people can scroll through and see both if they wanted to see a close-up image of that cover. And we get to pricing. So here you can choose to price this at $0 if you wanted and make it completely free. Or in this case, I'm going to go ahead and just make this like let's just say a $10 ebook. By the way, this ebook isn't $10. It's actually completely free. You can download it by clicking the link down in the description. I'll have that for you. It's just a helpful guide that I like to give people to get them in the right direction when it comes to making their first $1,000 of passive income online. So in this case, I'm just showing you how you would price it. Let's say we wanted to show it at $10, but let's say it normally costs $20, and we wanted to show that it's on sale for $10, right? So it would show $20, that's crossed off, and then say on sale right now for $10 type of thing. That's what this compared at price is. It just shows you a markdown. So here's an example with the $25 crossed off. Now in this example, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it at 0, and it's $10. Cool. If you want to charge tax on this product, that's up to you. I'm not going to get into taxing stuff on this particular video, but that's if you would like to charge taxes, you can select this box. Otherwise, you can unselect it. I'll go ahead and just leave it on. And now with inventory, since this is a digital product, we don't have an inventory. We have an infinite supply of them. And that's the beauty of digital products, is we don't have to worry about tracking inventory. So let's unselect that. And you also don't have to worry about having a SKU or a barcode because this is not a physical product. Now shipping, again, it's going to ask, is this a physical product? No, it's not. This is a digital product. So we'll be uploading our digital product so that it can be instantly downloaded as soon as the purchase is completed for this product. And now if we scroll down, you can see variants. Now variants are pretty cool if you would like to add multiple options. Maybe there's 2 versions of the ebook, and here you can add multiple options. So things like size, color, material, style, whatever. Let's say I have, a small ebook and a large ebook. Now you can see the small one maybe costs $10, but the large one costs $20. Or maybe like a soft cover, hard cover kind of thing if this was a physical product, or multiple color options. Variants are just available there if you have multiple options. For this product, I don't actually have any variants. So let's go ahead and just delete these. Actually delete the whole thing. Okay. And let's go back up here. Let's just make sure we have everything filled out. Again, product organization. Here's where if you, for whatever reason, wanted to add this to your collections. So here you can see I have my ebook or my Notion template collections that we created. I'll select ebook and guides so that it automatically adds this product to our collection. And we'll go back up here and click save. Sweet. So now we have our product completely added to our store and it's live. You can go right up here. You can see you can duplicate the product or view it, or there's more actions underneath here. And here's where we'll add our digital file for this product. This is going to add products to our digital downloads app. You can see the apps down here, digital downloads that we downloaded in the beginning of this tutorial. For this 1K passive income book, we can add a file. So let's go ahead and add the file. I'll go back here for my product. It's the PDF file. So right here, this PDF, let's click open. And it's going to go ahead and upload. And cool, that's all we need. And we'll go ahead and click save. Okay, cool. It says digital files updated. Now, if we go back here inside of the digital downloads app, if we just click back, you can now see this is a list of all of our products on the store. Right now we only have one. It says it's active, and it says there's one digital file available to be downloaded. Cool. Within the digital downloads, you can actually access some settings. So if we click over here on settings, and here you can decide whether or not you want your product to be able to be downloaded right at checkout. So right when they finish checking out, it will say, congratulations, thank you for your purchase. And then boom, it'll give them this little box right here that says download now, so they can instantly download their product. If you want to deactivate this, you can. You can deactivate it so that there's no instant download, and instead it'll get sent to their email address so that they have to have a valid email entered in order to receive this product. So that's totally up to you. For now, I'm going to leave it activated. This way people can have instant access to download their product right after they've purchased. And from there, your product's completely uploaded now. Let's go back to the products tab, and you can see your 1K passive income formula ebook. And we click view up here, and we can actually view the product. Now here you can see it's a very generic product page, but you can see our product images over here on the left and all the information over here on the right. You can see the price. If we want to add more quantity and buy multiple of these books, which I don't know why you would since it's a digital ebook, but you could. You can add them to cart. You can buy right away with Google Pay. Then you have your description down here that we entered into the product page, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty generic. But the cool thing about Shopify is all of this is already built for you. So if people add this to their cart, you can see it adds it to their cart really nicely up here in the corner. You can view the cart. You can see they have a product in their cart. You can add multiple here. You can delete it. You can go to checkout, and they have multiple different payment options that you are able to let people check out with. And here they'll enter their payment information and actually get sent the product. And by sent, I mean to their email address, and they'll have access to instantly download it right there on the checkout page once they've completed their order. All right, so now that we've got our product added to our shop, it's time to actually customize our shop and make this thing look unique to your brand. Here's where we can really give things a personal touch and take things from looking like a generic shop to looking like your own branded website that fits your unique taste. Shopify makes this super easy with a bunch of free and easy to use themes that you can instantly install onto your website and customize with just a few clicks. So let me show you how to install a free theme and customize it to your liking. So from our products tab, let's go back down here to the online store. And here underneath themes, this is where we can actually add new themes to our store. So the one that we currently have is called Dawn, and this is a great theme. And if you want, you can just jump right in and start customizing this one. But I want to actually download a different one. So down here, you can see there's popular free themes, and these are all available to download completely for free. Now, this refresh theme here is a really cool one, and it's very modern. It has a lot of cool features built in, a lot of great design tools, and I just really like the way that it looks and the way that it functions. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one right to our website. We'll just click Try Theme. You can add multiple themes to your website and try multiple different ones out to see which one fits you. But for this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and customize this refresh theme right here. So you can see now the theme is being added to your website. It's just going to be right down here. It's loading. It's being added to our site. So just give it a second here. Cool. So now it's all done. Now up here you can see this is our active theme. This is what we currently have activated. And then down here are any other themes that you've downloaded. So if you download multiple themes, they're going to show up in this list down here. And if you want to make this theme active and not have this one be active, you click this publish button. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and click publish. And it's going to say your customers will see this theme when they visit your online store. Cool. Let's go ahead and click publish. All right. So now we see the refresh theme up here and the Dawn theme down here in our library. That's perfect. Now we can actually customize this and it's going to be live on our store. You can also customize this while it's not published so that you can build it behind the scenes and then publish it whenever you want it to go live. But I'm going to go ahead and just customize it while it's published. All right, so now we're inside of Shopify's Designrr or page builder. And this is how we can actually build our website to look exactly how we want from the ground up. Now you can see from the beginning here, we have a very generic, just little hero section up here where it has a little box with a button. Down here we have our featured products and you can see a list of different products. Currently we only have one, so that doesn't look as nice as it could if we had more. But then we have a subscribe to our email thing and some social media, potentially some social media links down here, and our footer for the website. So very simple site, very clean. Up here at the top, we have our navigation menu. I'm going to show you how to customize all of this. So let's get started. Just like from the home page here on Shopify, we have all of the stuff on the left here from the navigation menu. Same thing inside of our customizer. Everything we're going to need to customize things are over here on the left-hand side. We have three main menus. We have our sections, we have our theme settings, and we have our app embeds. So let me go through each of these really quick just to show you. The sections is going to be our sections of our website. So you can see here we have the header section, our template section, and then the footer. That's basically the three main sections of any website, right? You have your header, which is like the top piece of bread in a sandwich. You have your template, which is all the meat here in the middle, all this stuff. And then you have your footer, which is like the bottom piece of bread that kind of encloses the whole website. So that's divided here in these three sections. And then within each of those main sections, you can add subsections, right? So we have our announcement bar and this header inside of the header section. This is the announcement bar, this blue bar here that says welcome to our store. And then right below that, we have this header, which is the name of our store and the navigation menu, right? Below that, you can see the template. We have this slideshow section. Now, this slideshow is basically just this hero section, this image here with this box and text and button over the top. You can add multiple different slides here if you want to have multiple slides of products going through. So I can add a second slide here, and you can see it just moved to that second slide. You can edit both of these individually, or you can delete this first slide if we just want one image right here. And then the next section down is this featured collection. So this is where we have a collection of our products displayed. Since I don't really like the way this looks, I'm going to actually go ahead and delete this whole section just by clicking delete. And that got rid of that whole section here. Now let's actually add another section by clicking Add Section. And here you can see a list of different sections that are pre-built into this theme. So this is what's great about Shopify's themes is they have all of these pre-built sections, so you don't need to know anything about building websites to have a really professional looking store. Now, without getting too complicated, I'm going to just go ahead and add this featured product since we only have one product right now. I'm going to add that, and you can see the product being featured right here. Up here under Select Product, we can actually select our 1K passive income formula. Now that product's showing up here, which is sweet. I'll hit Select down here in the bottom right corner. And now we have our home page with a hero section and our featured product. Now, let me show you how to customize the look of this thing further. So you can see on the left-hand side, this is where we access actually all of the elements within each section. So you can see text boxes here, the title of our product, the price showing up here, the variant picker. This is where all of the different information would show up that you want. If you want to delete it, you can get rid of it. Like let's say I want to hide the price. I can click hide or delete. Let's hide the title. Let's hide the text. So now all of that stuff is hidden. So as you can see, the options are limitless. You can pretty much add anything that you want to your site here. I'm going to go ahead and keep things simple and just have these few sections just to begin with. But in case you wanted to add another section, again, you just click the plus button down here to add section. Maybe you want to add another image banner. Maybe you want to add multiple columns here or something like this where you have some image next to some text with buttons to go to maybe different collections. So maybe you have your Notion template collection here, and then you have your ebook collection here. You get the idea. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just delete this and just have it very simple like this. So that's the Sections tab. The next tab down is going to be our theme settings. So here's where we can customize everything within our theme settings, which is going to be things like our logo, our colors, our typography, the layout of the website, animations, buttons, all of the different settings within the actual theme. You're able to customize here, and you can get really detailed. But to keep it simple, let me just show you how we can really quickly transform this thing and make it feel like our own brand. So to start out, we'll go to the logo, and let's go ahead and upload a logo. Now, if you don't have a logo already, you can actually create one really easily by going to LogoMakr.com without the E. Now, this is a really easy way to design your own logos. You can go up here and search from many different graphics. So let's say I wanted to search for a laptop and I wanted to start building out a logo right from all of these graphics. I totally could. I could select one of these graphics. I can change the color of things. I'm able to completely customize this. So LogoMakr is a great way to design your own logo completely from scratch. You can see I made my own logo here in just a few seconds. Just as an example, I added a quick graphic, changed some of the colors, added some text with my font, and boom, I have a pretty cool logo to use now for my website. So I'm going to go ahead and add that logo here by clicking Select Image. And let's go ahead and upload some new files by clicking Add Images. So here I have my logo. Now this is the low resolution version, and it's just the free version that I got from LogoMakr. If you want the high resolution, you do have to pay. But for sake of this video, I just chose the low resolution version, so that's why the image looks a little grainy in case you're wondering. But this will work for example purposes here. Okay, so now we've got it selected. Let's click Done. And you can see now that we have a logo added, it's going to actually replace that title of our website with our logo here. So that looks really cool. And then you can change the size right here and make it whatever size you want. So let's go 200 pixels. That changes the size right here, and I think that looks good. Now the favicon, this is the image actually right here on the top left corner of the tab, or whenever you see a website open, you see this little icon. That's what the favicon is. So I actually have one of those created as well. Let's go ahead and add the image. I just have my laptop with the little money symbol in there. Can use this as my favicon. We'll click Done. All right, cool. So now there's going to be that little icon right up here on my website as well. Cool. So that is the logo. Once you're done adding all of your information or your logo, if you have one, go ahead and click Save up in the top right corner here. All right, and now let's go ahead and close the logo tab and let's change the colors of our site. So as you can see, my logo here is orange and the rest of our site is blue, and that's just kind of clashing and not looking so great. So let me show you exactly how we would actually change the colors of everything. When you click the Colors tab here, you can see there are different color schemes within this theme. So these are different color options you can see with background colors, text colors, button colors, all of the options that you can see for each section. And when you click on a section, you'll actually have the option to choose a color scheme here for this particular section. So you can see if it's using scheme 2. If I change that to scheme 3, this kind of changes its colors up based on these predetermined schemes that we create in our theme settings. So let's go back over here to theme settings, and that's what these schemes are. Now I'm going to go ahead and change these up to enter my branding particularly. So this first one I'm going to have be a completely white background. And the text, let's change to be this code here, which is a super dark gray. For our color background, let's do my orange color. Let's do the button label, which is the actual font within the label. Let's choose, I'm going to enter this code here. This is all just for my branding for my particular website. The outline button, I'm going to choose my dark gray, and now you can see these recently selected. These are colors I've recently added in, so it's starting to build up a little palette here. I'll choose that dark gray again, and for shadow, I'll also choose that dark gray. Okay, cool. So this is my first scheme here set up with a white background and dark text. Now let's go back. Now for scheme 2, pretty much going to do the same thing, but for this white background, I'm actually going to change it to that light off-white color. Not entirely white, just a really light gray. Text, we're going to also have be the super dark gray. The button will have be orange. The font within the button will be that light white as well. Outline dark, and dark for the shadow as well. So you can see I'm using all the same colors here. I'm just doing different background types, right? So I have a white background now. I have like a light gray background. This one I'm going to have be that dark gray. And the text will be white. Well, actually, let's have it be this light color here. And then let's have a background of our button be orange. The label be that same white. Outline, let's do white. And the shadow, in order for it to show up, I do want it to be all the way black. Because it's already a dark colored background, so we're going to need black to be able to show up here. And for the outline of the button, let's also do that black color. Okay, now you can see that actually changed this section right here and this section. Because we're editing these schemes, it's automatically adjusting the site here. So now this scheme 4 is this blue bar up here, you can see. Let's go ahead and change that one. And this one I want to be our orange color. I want the text to be all the way white. Let's do the solid background of the button. Let's make that, let's make it a dark button. And have it be light colored text, or have it be orange colored text. The outline of the button can be white, and the shadow can be the dark gray. Okay, and the last scheme here, I'll have be just like a solid black background. In case we need just a solid black background. Button colors can be orange. The labels can be white. Shadow, not going to see a shadow on black background. But that one's just real simple. Black, white with the orange button. And now you can see our whole website is literally taking that color scheme on based on changing all of our 5 color schemes within the theme. So really quickly now, if I go and select this section, if I just wanted to change my color scheme up, I can go down here and select a different scheme, and you can see it's just selecting through my different options, which is really, really cool. I like having all these different options available to me. In this template or in this theme, they make that really easy for you. So let's go back to theme settings one more time, now that we're done with colors, and let's adjust our typography. So this is the font actually on our website, or the type of font that we're seeing displayed. You have heading types and you have your body font. So the smaller font here, that's going to be the body, and the bigger font is the headings. So I'm going to change that to Poppins, which is my particular branding I'm using here. And I'll select down here to make it black, which is the different variation of the font. And for the body, I'm going to choose the same thing, Poppins, but I'll select regular for that so that these match. You can also adjust the size or the scaling. If you want to make this a little smaller or a little bigger, you totally can. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this as is and click Save. All right, so now we have all of our fonts and colors customized on our website theme. Now, feel free to go through, and if you want your buttons, for instance, to not be so rounded, you can go over here and adjust the corner radius. And you can see you can make them more squared off. I'm going to keep them kind of round. I like that. You can also add shadow if you want to add a shadow to the buttons. All of these options are up to you. I'm going to keep the no shadow option. But you can see all of the different options you have when it comes to customizing every element of the website. I'll let you guys dig through this and go crazy with customizing all of the elements. But now you're probably wondering, how do I actually customize the content on the website? Well, that's where you're going to go over here to sections. And real quick, this last tab, the app embeds, this is where we're going to add other things from any additional apps that we have on our website, which right now the only app that we've added is our digital download app. So there's really nothing to embed on the site from here. If you had a review app where you wanted to display reviews for your products, those might display here. Other apps like that will have other options to add to your website as you download them, and those will all display under here. But now let's start actually customizing the content on your website, right? So from our homepage, we have a couple of things of text, but this isn't what I want this text to say. So how do I customize that? Well, let's click this section, and this is going to bring us right to the sections page and right to the section that we wanted to edit. Now over here on the right is where we can get into detail about this particular section. So on the left is where we select the section, and then on the right is where we have details for it. So let's go ahead and select this text up here and make this say, turn your passion into a paycheck, or something like that. This is the heading, and now I want some subheading, a little bit of text underneath it. So I'll add some text here that says, something like that. I'm just giving you an example here. And then under shop all, say, get my guide now. Now you can see the button link. This is where we actually select what this button is going to go to here. And we can select it, and you can see there's all these different sections from our website. So we can go to a specific blog post, a specific page. In this case, let's go to a specific product. So I'll click products, and here's our different products. We only have one right now, so I'll select that. Now when they click this button, it's going to bring them to that product page, which is right down here also, but it'll bring them to the full product page. And the last thing I want to do is obviously change this image back here from this generic cartoony looking image to something that fits our website a bit better. So up here at the top, you see image. Let's select image. And I'm actually going to select that same image that I uploaded earlier for our social media sharing. I think that'll look nice back here. Cool. So yeah, turn your passion into a paycheck. Download your guide to your first 1K of passive income online. Get my guide now. That'll bring them to the product page. Down here you can see this is the product page displayed. Again, if I don't like the colors of all this right here, I can select this section and I can change the scheme. Maybe I want the black background with white text. Maybe I want the orange background. You can see that you have all the options to customize this the way that you want. For now though, I like the way this looks. Subscribe to our emails. If you want to keep this, you can. I think that's a nice touch, but I do want to change the color of this down here, this footer. So I'm going to select the footer, and when I select it, you can see the scheme. I'm going to change that to our black one. Okay, and then subscribe to our emails. I think I'm going to make that orange. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So this welcome to our store. Let's click this banner up here. Now from this banner, you can see there's an announcement bar. You can actually have multiple slides on this announcement bar, just like there were multiple slides down here on this hero section. So if I wanted this to display multiple different types of text, I can have it cycle through multiple different things. Let's have this second one say, download your ebook today. And then we'll have a link again to the product page. And now it's actually clickable, so that'll bring them again to that product page. And I'll click save. So now this announcement bar is going to cycle between those two announcements. One's going to say welcome to our store, and the next one says download your ebook today. I'm actually going to delete this first one that says welcome to our store because we don't need it. I like the download your ebook today instead. If we decide we don't even want this announcement bar up here, we totally can delete it or hide it. Again, this is totally up to you, whatever you want. if we go to our header, this is where we can actually adjust the alignment of everything. So if we don't want everything right here in the center, we can say desktop logo position. Let's have it on the top left. Now the logo's over here. I'm actually going to go ahead and keep it in the top center. I like that right where it was. I think it looks good. If you want to see how this whole thing is looking on mobile, because right now we've been just designing on desktop, but if we want to see what this looks like on a phone, up here in the top right corner, you can actually click these different versions to see your site on a mobile phone, which is here, and you can see it's very nicely laid out for you. It already is very mobile friendly. You can see your menu turns from a standard selection menu like this to a hamburger type menu where it's sandwiched in here, and when you click it, it opens up like that. So that's pretty cool. If you want to actually change that on the desktop, you can select that down here to where it's a drawer, and now you can see there's those little hamburger menu here to select your menu options. If you like that, to keep it a little cleaner. In this case, I don't really have anything in my navigation that I want people to go to. This is where you would add other pages like an about page or a contact page, your full catalog of different products so you can have your different collections. And I'll show you how to customize that navigation section in just a second. But for now, I think this looks pretty good as a drawer. Let's keep that like that, and we'll go ahead and click Save. And the last thing that's pretty cool is this sticky header. On scroll up, you can see right now the header just stays up here. But if I click this and hit always, now when I scroll, you can see the header actually stays with me as I'm scrolling, so I always have access to this menu, which is kind of a cool feature. If you feel like you want that, you can keep that always, but reduce logo size, so as I scroll, all of the logo gets a little smaller. I'm going to do none. Leave it just like that, stuck at the top. And we'll click Save. All right, guys, so that's looking pretty sweet. This is our home page, nice and customized to our colors. We're able to adjust all of the text and add anything else we maybe want. So once your site is completely customized to your liking, make sure you've clicked Save up in the top right corner. And then we can go back up here in the top left corner and exit our editor for our website and go back to the Shopify dashboard. And now you can see our website is displaying here with all of the customization that we made to it. And if we want to actually view the site and see it live, you can click right up here and hit View Your Store. Or next to the online store, there's always this little eyeball icon. And when you click that, it'll bring you right to your shop so you can see everything on your store. You can see as I'm scrolling through the website, there's these nice animations, which is really cool. It adds a nice touch to the website and makes things look really professional. And this is fully ready to go, guys. You can see I can add this to the cart. Now it says I have 2 in my cart since I already had one from earlier. Let's go ahead and just go to checkout. Now it's going to go ahead and let me check out. And this is exactly what your customer would go through when they're going through the payment processing. They can click Pay Now, and you'll receive that $10 directly into your bank account. All right, now step 5 is going to be driving traffic. So what good is having our digital products online if there's no one who's able to find them to be able to buy them from you, right? So when it comes to driving traffic, there are 2 major ways that most people are going to go. You're going to have your paid route and you're going to have your free route. Now, when it comes to paying, sure, this might cost money, but you are going to get results much quicker. So when it comes to paid methods, we're talking advertisement. Advertising on places like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. All of these platforms are great places for you to gather your audience and make them aware of your product through some sort of a catchy video ad or some sort of just a simple graphic ad that at least lets people know what your product is and why it can help them. I've run a lot of different ads for digital products in the past and have found a lot of success with them. The problem is that you're gambling on whether or not you're going to be profitable. You might pay a lot of money for your advertisements to get out there, and they might be seen by a lot of people, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get sales. So just be sure that you're careful with this method and make sure you have money to spend and are willing to lose if you're going to be doing the paid ads route. This will get you a lot of traffic very quickly though, so it can be a great way to test the waters and get things out there quick if you're trying to get sales fast. But I think a lot of times people are wanting to try and experiment with a more free and safe route, and that's why I suggest the second method, which is creating free organic traffic. Now, in order to generate organic traffic, all we need to do is create content on different social media platforms. This can be written content like in blog posts or on Twitter, but more effectively is going to be video content. And this can be done in long form like YouTube videos like you're watching now, or short form content like TikTok videos or Instagram Reels. So the trick to getting organic traffic from your content is by showing what problems your product solves. So for an example, with my ebook here, I'm showing people how they can make their first $1,000 of passive income online through this formula. So I could make some content showing people what is the best methods for making money online, or how to actually start making money if you've never made money online. These are problems that my ebook helps solve, and so if I were to make content on this and people were to find the content useful, there's a good chance they would want to download my ebook if it helped further solve their problems. So the method here is all about finding problems and search terms that a lot of your audience are searching, and then making content for those people, solving those particular problems, and pointing them in the direction of your digital products for further assistance. The name of the game for driving traffic to your products is getting people's attention and letting them know what you have to offer. So if you can do that through paid advertisement or through free organic traffic, regardless, you're going to get people to come to your website and purchase your products. Then it just comes down to making the best product you possibly can and making sure you follow up with different people's requests or following up with any customer support issues that you may have to improve your products over time and continue to release new products that will help your audience. So I hope now you have your branded store online, your digital products uploaded, and you know how to drive traffic to those products so you can start getting sales fast. And feel free to download my ebook for completely free if you want to check it out to see how I created it, reverse engineer it, or just learn a thing or two about how to make your first $1,000 of passive income online. This formula goes a bit more in depth as far as to what you need to do to create your first stream of income with your digital products. So go ahead and download that ebook for completely free, and I'll see you in the next video.